this video starts, go get a drink, go get some snacks, get yourself nice and cozy, and get ready to watch this video, because it is a long one. Hey guys, my name is Poppy and welcome back to another YouTube video. So today I'm going to be showing you what I've read in September in my October TBR. So let's get on to the video. What I read in September, I read Mile High, The Right Move, and Caraval. So let me tell you about these books. Okay, the first one, Mile High by Liz Tomford. This is about Xanders and Stevie. Stevie is a flight attendant and Xanders is a hockey player. I forgot to go in depth with Mile High, so obviously, you know, Stevie, flight attendant, Xanders, hockey player. Xanders, he has the personality, he's quite a player, he's a bit of a lad. He's very mysterious, and then Stevie, she's kept a promise to herself to not hook up with any NBA people. Just no. And she also can't do it because of her job. Xanders is making that very hard for her. They do like flirty banter, he taunts her. They have this thing where Xanders go like, "You following me?" Because they always somehow meet up at the same place. I don't know why. Even as they parted their ways, Xanders get off the plane and Stevie, she goes to her hotel. They still meet somehow. Anyway, this book is super good. This book was 4 stars for me. I absolutely loved everything about it. I loved the romance, I loved the smut, I loved everything. The tension between these characters was so good, and Xanders, oh my goodness. Oh, this man, he is, I love him. My new obsession. These two men right here, The Right Move and Mile High. Brian and Xanders, my new obsessions. These men, I love them. I'm gonna say one thing about this book that'll convince you to buy it. He makes eye contact while unbuckling his belt. I gotta read you guys out the scene. Okay, so she's a flight attendant and the hockey players, they need to wear suits to impress the paparazzi. When they get on the plane, they get changed into something more comfortable. So they all strip. They all strip down to their boxers and change into something more comfortable, okay? Stevie's stuck in the middle of it all. She needs to get through. And Xanders is blocking the way. She's like, "Can I get past you?" And he says, "I'm almost done." He tells me not breaking eye contact, and this movie, and then it says, his long fingers unfastened the zipper of his pants, allowing them to drop and pull to his ankles. His two tight black boxer briefs are the first thing I see right before my eyes widen in the cat. Widened eyes are drawn to the giant bolt in the front. You enjoying yourself? I forgot to say, when he said, "I'm almost done," and he was unbuckling his belt, I said, "Sir! If this happened to me in real life, I'd jump on him like a wild animal." Throwing myself on him. You like what you see, Stevie? Yes. What? No, absolutely not. I quickly turned to face the side of the airplane, staring at the emergency exit. Xander's evil laugh echoes through my ears, and I can't seem to keep my eyes from wandering up his body once again. I stare at his ankles, noting the black swirling ink that takes up his entire left side. It wraps around his leg, traces his ribs, and covers his arm. The black ink doesn't contrast too much against his rich skin tone. Instead, it complements it. It looks right on him. Don't know how else to explain it. "Want to try that answer again?" Xander asks, making no real effort to put his sweatpants and t-shirt on. His naked body takes up the entire aisle, and his hands rest on the headrest on either side. Can you begin? Do you like what you said? For me, this is the best part. Not even the smut. Him unbuckling his belt while making eye contact with her. This man. I thought I would share this with you guys because there's no way I'm leaving you guys hanging. This scene too freaking good. I love it. Loved the tension between them two. I was hooked from the start. This book was so good, and I rated it 4 stars. Next is The Right Move by Liz Tomford. So Mile High and The Right Move, these are both part of the series. I can't remember what the series is called, but the 3rd book is coming out in October, and I'm very excited to read it. So this one is about Ryan and Indy. So it's best friend's brother moves in with her best friend's brother, and it's like forced proximity. It's a slow burn for sure. Like, they didn't get together. Like, there was spice and everything. Also, there's fake dating. Very end of the book. They didn't get together till the very end of the book. Okay, I thought I'd go more in depth with The Right Move. This is also another one of my favourite books. I love it. Mile High, The Right Move. Love, love, love. So Ryan and Indy, she's moved in with her best friend's brother. She moves in there because something happened, I can't remember what, and her best friend, Indy's best friend, is actually Stevie. Indy moves in with Ryan because Stevie was like, oh, my brother, he's got a massive apartment, you can go live with him, he'll be fine with it. So she does, and basically they start fake dating because his team's general manager vocalizes his blatant disapproval of Ryan's promotion to captain, referring to Ryan as an unapproachable lone wolf with no work-life balance. I can't think of a better way to convince him otherwise than pretending to date my outgoing roommate. So they've made deals. So Indy is fake dating Ryan because Ryan needs to impress his boss and be like, oh, I'm not that guy. I'm not that guy, I swear. Apologies, guys, that's not right. So basically, crap, what's his name again? Like, Ryan is fake dating Indy because his boss doesn't think he's worthy of being captain. Not like, I swear, I'm not that guy. Look, I'm dating this girl. She's witty, she's funny. Right here, she's so short, she's so small. This doesn't happen in the book, don't worry. I'm just making this up as I go. Sir, I am being a man dating this woman. I am being so smart and independent. Look, I can have a relationship. That means I can hold down this job. Please take me back. The fact that there are some men out there that actually sound like that. No. I can just see it now. If there's any men watching this, they're gonna be so pissed. Men watching my videos be like, that's not true. We need to take away women's rights. We need to make her stop. Make her stop. We need to take away women's rights. It's gone too far. Indy, she's doing it because she's got a wedding coming up and every single one of her childhood friends is going to be there, including her ex. Let me just say, it gets heated. When Ryan meets Indy's ex, it gets heated. Oh, also, in this, she reads books, he finds the books, he reads about the books. Oh my goodness, I'm obsessed with that. I'm gonna just say something that will get you guys to buy The Right Move. They recreate a book scene. If you know, you know. Like, that is every book girl's dream. Finds a book, flipping through it, be like, wait a minute. They look at the scene, wanna recreate. Yes! Yes! Wait, it depends what book. We ain't doing any of the Haunting Adeline shit. That stuff is dark. We ain't recreating that gun scene. Oh my gosh, no. If you know, you know. If you've read Haunting Adeline, you know the gun scene. Oh my gosh. That was, it depends on what book. Ain't doing any of the dark romance. Just, we doing the cute stuff. Okay? Okay? I don't know why I'm saying we. Who is we? It's me, myself, and I. Who the hell is we? No one else is here. But yeah, these two men, Xanders and Ryan, the love of my life. Let me just say I was hooked as well on this book. It was so, so good. I loved everything about it. It was so good. I loved this book. And I rated this 4 stars as well. And then we've got Caraval by Stephanie Garber. Basically it says, remember it's all a game. What happens beyond this gate may frighten or excite you, but don't let any of it trick you. But yeah, this book is very, very good, and I think I rated it 4 stars? I think 4 stars. That is all I read in September. Now, we are gonna go on to, I think I've gone a wee bit mad. There's so many books I want to read in October, and I only read 3 in September. It's fine. Okay, so, first book is I want to finish off Legendary and Finale of the Caraval series. So yeah, I want to finish off Legendary and Finale of the Caraval series, and I cannot wait to read these. Next book is, I've seen this all over Book Talk. It's called The Perfect Marriage by Geneva Rose. So apparently there's a plot twist at the end of this book that not a lot of people saw coming. And basically, one morning everything changes. Adam is arrested for Kelly's murder. She's been found stabbed to death in Adam and Sarah's second home. Sarah soon finds herself playing the defender for her own husband, a man accused of murdering his mistress. But is Adam guilty or innocent? This one's really, really good. I am very, very excited to read this. I've seen a lot of good reviews on this, so I'm hoping that this is good. We've got Pine by Francine Tomb. So basically, Lauren and her father, Niall, live alone in the Highlands in a small village surrounded by forest. When a woman stumbles on the road one Halloween night, Niall drives her back to their house. In the morning, she's gone. In a community where daughters rebel, men quietly rage, mysteries like these are not out of the ordinary. Lauren looks for answers in her tarot cards, hoping she might be able to read her father's turbulent mind. Neighbours know more than they let on, but when a local teenager goes missing, it's no longer clear who she can trust. So it sounds very, very good. It's a thriller, and I am very excited to read it. Some more thrillers. We have got The Housemaid and the Housemaid's Secret by Farida McFadden. So basically, The Housemaid is about: every day I clean the Winchester's beautiful house. I collect their daughter from school and I cook delicious meal for the whole family before heading up to eat in my tiny room on the top floor. So basically, she's living with the Winchesters, she is a maid, and she's cleaning their house. I try to ignore how Nina Winchester makes a mess just to watch me clean it up, how she tells strange lies about her own daughter, and how her husband seems more broken every day, but it's hard not to imagine what it would be like to live Nina's life. The walk-in closet, the fancy car, the perfect husband. I only try on one of Nina's pristine white dresses once, but she soon finds out, and by the time I realise my bedroom door only locks from the outside, it's too far too late. But the Winchesters don't know who I really am, they don't know what I'm capable of. This one's really, really good and interesting. It's another thriller, as I said. Apparently there's another good plot twist in this, and I'm very excited to read this. The Housemaid's Secret. Basically, it's hard to find an employer who doesn't ask too many questions about my past, so I thank my lucky stars that Douglas Garrett and his wife miraculously give me a job cleaning their stunning penthouse with views across the city and preparing fancy meals in their shiny kitchen. I can work here for a while, stay quiet until I get what I want. It's almost perfect, but I still haven't met Mrs. Garrick or seen inside the guest bedroom. I'm sure I hear her crying. I notice spots of blood against the neck of her white nightgowns while I'm doing the laundry. And one day I can't help but knock on the door. When it gently swings open, when what I see inside, everything changes. Douglas Garrett has done wrong. He's going to pay. It's simply a question of how far I'm willing to go. This also sounds very good. I think there's another plot twist in this, and I love books with plot twists, so I'm very excited to read this. So this is a horror. The House of 100 Whispers by Garen Masterton. So this book is about Tundor Mansion. A guy is living there, and it is not a place many would choose to live because it's a haunted house and it's quite spooky. Yet the former governor of Dartmoor prison did just that. Now he's dead, and his children, long estranged, are set to inherit his estate. But when the dead man's family come to stay, the atmosphere of the moors seems to drift into every room. Floorboards creak, secret passageways echo, and the wind whistles in the house's famous priest hole. And now, on the same morning the family decide to leave for good, their young son Timmy disappears from inside the house. Does evil linger in the walls, or is evil only ever found inside the minds of men? This sounds very, very good. I'm not much into horrors, more thrillers, but I'm wanting to be getting into horror books more, so I'm very excited to read this, and it sounds so interesting. The next book I want to read in October is this thriller called Jillian by V.E. Schwab. This is another one about a haunted house. 14-year-old Olivia Pryor is missing 3 things: a mother, a father, and a voice. Her only companions are ghouls she sees and her mother's journal, which captured a mind in turmoil. Never mind, it's not about a haunted house. Until she receives a letter from an uncle she's never met, summoning her to his estate, Jillian. But when she arrives, she discovers her uncle is dead and the estate is empty, save for her cousin Matthew and the servants. Jillian is a house of secrets, a house sitting in a lonely vigil, a place where the ghouls are powerful. As Olivia searches for answers about her family and her past, she discovers a dark reflection of everything she knew, an ancient realm where ghosts take form and the Dark Master sits waiting for her. I've seen this over Book Talk and this seems really, really good. I cannot wait to read this, and I'm very excited. I don't know why I sang it. I'm very, very excited to read this. Okay, the next thriller that I want to read is In My Dreams I Hold a Knife by Ashley Winstead. 6 friends, 1 college reunion, 1 unsolved murder. 10 years after graduation, Jessica Miller has planned every detail of her triumphant return to Daquidit University. Everyone will see the person she wants them to see. Confident, beautiful, indifferent, not the girl she was before, back when Heather Shelby's murder fractured everything. But not everyone is ready to move on. Someone is determined to make the guilty pay when Jessica and her friends are reunited. They are forced to confront not only what happened that night, but the secrets they would do anything to hide. This book sounds really, really good, and I cannot wait to read it. Next thriller that I want to read, I've seen this all over BookTok as well, is Then She Was Gone by Lisa Jewell. This is about, she was 15, her mother's golden girl, she had her whole life ahead of her, and then in the blink of an eye, Ellie was gone. 10 years on, Laurel has never given up hope of finding Ellie, and then she meets a charming and charismatic stranger who sweeps her off her feet. But what really takes her breath away is when she meets his 9-year-old daughter, because his daughter is the image of Ellie. Now all those unanswered questions that have haunted Laurel comes flooding back. What really happened to Ellie, and who still has secrets to hide? So this is the last thriller that I want to read in October. Now we're going to go on to romance and fantasy. The next book that I want to read is Reckless by Elsie Silver. You guys know that Elsie Silver, she's one of my favourite authors. I love the Chestnut Spring series so much. I don't want this to end. The last book of the Chestnut Spring series, that is coming out on October the 13th, I'm sure. The cover is absolutely stunning. I cannot wait to read it. I don't want this series to end. I've been hooked. I love this series. I love the cowboy man. Oh, I don't want it to end. Anyway, Theo Sylvia, Howdy Bull Rider, Notorious Ladies Man, Scorching Hot Trouble, wrapped up in a drill-worthy package, and he's looking at me like I might be his next meal. But I'm almost free of my toxic marriage and have sworn off men entirely. So all I see when I look back is temptation, served up with a heaping side of heartbreak. The man is hard to trust and even harder to resist, make that impossible because Theo is persistent. And no matter how hard I try to freeze him out, he melts my jolly exterior and pulls apart my defences. Over a drink in a small-town bar, I blurt out my deepest, darkest secrets. Now I spend the singular hottest night of my life with him. He worships my body, he makes me blush. I come alive beneath his hands! Then I tell him to forget it ever happened. I want simple, and with him it always feels complicated. And it was supposed to be a one-time thing, a secret, but that little plus sign is going to make this secret impossible to keep. It's basically, I think this is a small-town secret baby romance. I'm very, very excited to read this. I cannot wait. This sounds very, very good. And I love my cowboy men. I absolutely love them. The next books that I want to read is Legendborn and Bloodmarked by Tracy Deonn. I love these covers. They're so pretty. It's basically Legendborn. Some legacies are meant to be broken. After her mother dies in an accident, 16-year-old Bree Matthews wants to escape. A residential program for bright high schoolers seems like the perfect opportunity, until she witnesses a magical attack her very first night on the campus. A flying demon feeding on human energies, a secret society of so-called Legendborn that hunt the creatures down, a mysterious mage who calls himself a Merlin and who attempts and fails to wipe Bree's memory of everything she saw. Ooh. The mage's failure unlocks Bree's own unique magic and a buried memory from the night her mother died. Now Bree will do whatever it takes to discover the truth, even infiltrate the Legendborn. I don't know how you pronounce infiltrate. Anyway, but when the Legendborn reveal themselves as the descendants of King Arthur's knights and foretell a magic war, Bree must decide how far she'll go for the truth. Should she use her magic to take the society down, or join the fight? This sounds really, really good. And also this one, I'm not going to read the back of this in case there's spoilers, but I'm very excited to read Legendborn and Bloodmarked. Okay, the next book that I want to read is Powerless by Lauren Roberts. This is about only the extraordinary belong in the kingdom of Ilia. The elites have possessed powers for decades, gifted to them by the plague, while those born ordinary are just that, banished from the kingdom of Ilia and shunned from society. No one knows this better than Payden Gray, and ordinary posing as a physic to blend in with the elites. When she unsuspectingly saves one of Ilia's princes, Kai Azer, she's thrown into the purging trials, a brutal competition showcasing the elite's powers. If the trials and the opponents within them don't kill her, the prince she's fighting feelings for will if he discovers the Payden is completely ordinary. This sounds very, very good. I've seen this all over BookTok as well, and I've heard very good things about it. I think it's enemies to lovers. Obviously it's a romance fantasy, and I love romance fantasies so much, so I can't wait to read this book. The next book I want to read is The Book Thief by Marcus Zusak. This is about, it says, "Here is a small fact, you are going to die. 1939, Nazi Germany, the country is holding its breath. Death has never been busier. Lizzle, a 9-year-old girl, is living with a foster family on Himmel Street. Her parents have been taken away to a concentration camp. Leslie steals books. This is her story and the story of the inhabitants of her street when the bomb begins to fall. Some important information, the novel is narrated by Death." So I'm very, very excited to read this book, and it sounds very, very good. Next book that I want to read, which is another romance fantasy, is These Hollow Vows by Lexi Ryan. There's a love triangle, and you can see here, and then there's a girl. I am actually a big fan of love triangles because it's like, who's the person going to pick? Who are they most attracted to? Who do you want them to pick? Are they going to pick that person? I love love triangles. Here we go. Bree would do anything before making a deal with the Fae. Death is better than their vicious schemes, but when her sister is taken by the sadistic king of Unseelie, Bree breaks her own rules and agrees to steal 3 magic relics from the rival Seelie court in exchange for her sister's return. Bree's only way inside is to pose as a potential bride for the Seelie prince Ronan, a prince who's not quite as wicked as she once thought. Unwilling to let her heart distract her, she accepts help from a band of misfits with their own secret agenda. But as Bree spends time with their mysterious leader, Finn finds herself struggling to resist his seductive charm. Caught between 2 dangerous courts, Bree must decide who to trust with her loyalty and with her heart. This sounds so, so good, but I love the cover, it looks so good. The last book that I want to read this October, which I'm very, very excited to read, is The Brothers Hawthorne. This is a part of the Inheritance Games series. I got it in hardback, and look, and then it's got a key. It's so cool, and it sounds really, really interesting as well. So this is about Grayson Hawthorne was raised as an heir. A parent to his billionaire grandfather taught from a cradle to put family first. So when Grayson's half-sisters find themselves in trouble, he's determined to take care of the problem, efficiently, mercilessly, and without getting emotionally involved. Jameson Hawthorne is a risk-taker, a sensation seeker, a player of games, so when his mysterious father appears and sets him a challenge, Jameson can't resist. Now he must infiltrate London's most exclusive underground gambling club, which caters to the rich and the powerful, and win an impossible game of the highest stakes. Luckily, Jameson Hawthorne lives for the impossible. Drawn into twisted games on the opposite sides of the globe, Grayson and Jameson, with the help of their brothers and the girl who stole both their hearts, must dig deep to decide what each of them will sacrifice to win. Sounds very, very good, and I cannot wait to read it. I'm so excited. And that is all the books I want to read in October. I have now planned to read 18 books in October. Am I going to be able to do this? I have no bloody clue. I will see. Thank you guys so much for watching this video, and I will see you guys in the next one. Goodbye!